Hey there, everybody. Just wanted to check in. I didn't post last week. Really should post something this week, and it's been kind of slow for me. So I wanted to show you guys what all I've been working on. This week I'll be working here in the shop, on the shop itself, and then next week probably back on the road hauling some cool tractors, but wanted to kind of show you what we've been working on and why. So been blessed, to say the least, to have the funds available to get most of the shop now ready for winter and truly usable. So this is what's going on. Got this area all cleaned out. It was originally, well, I mean, it's not originally, but lately it's been used just as storage. So we had a pop-up camper and a vintage camper here that the woman ran out of money, and then my own camper there. I had my own car here, had a customer's camper here, another pop-up camper, and then another one of my cars here. So got this is all cleaned out, hopefully in the next couple weeks. It was supposed to be this week, but now that's not going to be an option. We can get the concrete in here. Next up, this is a bit hokey, but we've got this furnace set up temporarily, and we're going to use it, kind of move it around the shop based on wherever we're working, all that good stuff. But this is 150,000 BTU. Based on what I'm seeing online, it will probably heat up to 3,500 square feet, and the shop is 4,400. However, you've got under here, and so it's split a little bit that way. The thing is, I don't need it hot in here. I just need it to take the chill off. I need it 50 degrees, and I'm able to work, and then that's going to help a lot. Last winter, we used a propane torpedo heater, salamander heater, whatever you want to call it. And that thing worked great, but it was extremely loud and burning through a ton of fuel because all open. So what we've started to do is put up our baffles here. And then we've also started putting this up. Unfortunately, I don't have the money available to put a real ceiling in this fall. So we're putting house wrap up here for now. And then we're going to blow insulation over top of it, and that should be delivered this week. The end goal or end plan is to put up the same barn metal in white, and it will go on, I'm going to say over top of this, but technically below the house wrap here, and also screw to my trusses or rafters. Now, this all kind of started to come to be. I said that I was going to just do OSB, and Steve made the point that if I did OSB now, I'd probably never get around to doing the metal. The metal's going to look a lot nicer, easier to clean, and that kind of thing. So that is why we're doing the house wrap. Originally, he suggested doing some sort of plastic, and I said that the house wrap might be a better option just in case. Now, I did the math on it, in each bay or each slot up here, I believe, is going to have 100 pounds of insulation, but that is split up over the entire 50-foot width of the building. So it's not a whole lot of weight. I'm only going to do 6 inches, which gets me to about R20. Right now, they say the goal should be about R60, but this gives me something. You know, at least I'm going to be able to hold the heat in here quite a bit better. And then up next, I'll show you guys, is my bedroom. Originally, I've been staying in a camper. Problem is, the camper is so thinly walled that I can't possibly keep up with the heat. So I'm running an electric heater out there, and it's miserable. So this is what we've got. Purchased this. These came out of Florida. My dad picked it up for me, and it is a mini split unit. They're cheap. I understand that, but they work pretty well. He's been installing them in campers. And then, if this doesn't impress the ladies, nothing will. It's not going to, I promise. But we got this. Everything's just OSB for now. Eventually, this room will be my office. But for now, I'm going to make it a temporary bedroom. So, at some point, it'll be seating here for customer seating. Desk here facing that way. printer, file cabinets, whatever. And then out here, this is a doorway that goes into the house or into the laundry room, and there I got a shower out there, or will. But for now, it's going to be a bed over here and TV on the wall, couch or futon, and then a refrigerator probably over in here. And so that is pretty rudimentary, utilitarian, I guess you'd say. But I just need a place to sleep up here that isn't going to cost me $20 a day to run the stupid space heater in the camper. So if that is out there heated, and in here I can keep it heated, I guess it's just me, got nobody to impress, and so that should work fine. Then finally, we're gonna walk out here. If you're on my Facebook, you've already seen it, but we are going to be able to get the Amish crew out here. Got this footer poured all the way around, and the Amish will be here hopefully in December sometime. They're going to start building all my walls that go up. So all my framework, windows will be delivered December 17. Then they'll start, so they'll build my whole lower exterior walls, as well as putting in the poles here or on top of there. And then at that point, we will put the lower windows in, and then they will frame the upper as well as build the entire upper floor all around the perimeter. So that will start here. So the master suite comes out to about here, all the way down. Then it's a balcony along there, and then the 2 guest bedrooms, since at this point I'll probably never have children. And so it'll bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, with an option to knock in a doorway over here and go onto my mezzanine to build an extra bedroom if need be. If by some miracle I ever did have children, or the next people had children once I'm dead and gone, it would be an option. So all that said, it's a slow process, and of course I've still got to keep trying to make money in the meantime. This will need to be re-house wrapped, but it's progress. So that will all be done, and then the siding will go on, which means hopefully by the first of the year, all this is done, and when you walk up to it, it will look like a complete structure from the front, with the exception of, I suppose, the garage door over at my very end garage door. So huge progress. I debated on how I wanted to spend the money, if I wanted to have the shop completely finished or not. And after talking to some people, we've decided it probably would make me feel better to pull up and have this thing look complete. Not to mention, we're not in any danger here of problems, but you can see that these boards are starting to weather, and it's only going to get worse, of course, over time. More winter isn't going to do them any good. So that helps. It will protect those, and that's as good as they'll ever get. So that is that. Thanks for watching, and keep watching for updates. Next week, we're going to deliver this Case 830 high crop and a hot rod down to Mississippi. So watch along for that. Making progress, and unfortunately slow progress, but progress is progress, I guess, at this point in my life. So I'll take what I can. Here's all the things that were in the shop: customers' trailer, their money, my own, the 2 pop-ups, the other camper, there's my 1 car, and then lastly my other car is sitting over here. So kind of a mess, just the way it goes. Unfortunately, it's basically a work site still. So thanks for watching. If this interests you, if you've got any suggestions, or you want to help on a weekend or anything, by all means, like, subscribe, follow along, comment down below, suggest it to a friend. It all really helps. We're at 600 followers, I think, now. I was at 600 and dropped down to 599. So, but hoping to get to 1,000 again by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to happen, but if you guys suggest it and pass it along, hey, never know what's going to happen. That would be a huge step for me in the right direction. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good week.